You know Cannondale, right? The company that looked perfectly good fork and went, nah, let's make it one-legged. Yeah, that Cannondale, the brand that changed cycling forever, and then went bankrupt trying to build a motorcycle. It still came back. Today we're diving deep into the chaotic, innovative, and somewhat weird history of Cannondale bicycles. Picture this, it's 1971, Wilton, Connecticut. Joe Montgomery and Murdoch McGregor aren't thinking about bikes. No, they're making bike trailers. Yep, the thing you stick your kid in and tow behind you like some suburban Uber service, but hey, it's sold. The name? Cannondale, taken from the nearby train station. Not exactly radical, but it's stuck. And for a decade, Cannondale was just making accessories, trailers, backpacks, clothing, bikes. Not yet. Then boom, 1983, Cannondale rolls out its first actual bicycle, the ST500 touring bike. And here's the kicker, it was aluminium. At a time where everyone else was welding steel, Cannondale said, what if we made bikes out of beer cans? Okay, not exactly, but close. The industry laughed. Aluminium bikes? They'll crack. They'll ride like trash. Except they didn't. Cannondale's oversized aluminium tubes became their trademark. Stiff, light, and totally different. Overnight, they went from accessory company to industry disruptor. And then things got weird. Cannondale started throwing spaghetti at the wall, and a lot of it stuck. The HeadShok fork, suspension inside the head tube, the CAAD series or CAD series, crazy light, stiff race bikes, and the legendary Lefty fork, a fork with just one leg. It looked wrong, but it worked. Cannondale basically said, who needs symmetry when you've got big brain energy? They weren't just innovating, they were poking the bear. Cannondale bikes stood out instantly, partly because of the neon Seiko team kits, but then Cannondale pulled the ultimate hold my beer. They decided to build motorcycles and ATVs. Yeah, the Cannondale MX400. It looked wild, but guess what? It was heavy, unreliable, and way too expensive. The bike world said, stick to bicycles, guys. The little side project, it drained Cannondale's cash faster than a downhill run with no brakes. By 2003, the company was bankrupt. Game over. Almost. Enter Pegasus Capital Management. They brought Cannondale, kept the brand alive, and later it became part of Durrell Industries, the same people behind GT, Schwinn and Mongoose. Cannondale went from being the rebel outsider to part of the corporate family barbecue. But here's the thing, they never stopped innovating. Modern Cannondale is still doing wild stuff. The Scalpel is a killer cross-country weapon. The Synapse brings comfort tech to endurance road. And yeah, the Lefty fork is still out there, confusing everyone at trailheads. And don't forget their proteins. Seiko in the 90s, Cannondale Drapac in the 2010s, and even Peter Sagan making green look way too good. So that's Cannondale, the scrappy trailer company that went aluminium before it was cool, built some of the wildest forks ever made, lost it all chasing motocross glory, and somehow came back to remain one of the boldest names in bikes. Cannondale doesn't just build bikes, they build conversation starters. And love them or hate them, they've earned their place in cycling history. This is Bike Filth, where we look at the weirdest, wildest stories about cycling. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this, give it a like if you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Mama faced a chain on my leg, sail so high it's a nutcracker peg. Crash, laugh, swear a bit, bike feels filthy, deal with it. What new parts that creak like hell, torque wrench broke, yeah that track's well. Ride, slide, send it bent, bike feels here and money spent. Pump it up, move it fast, hope this ride is built to last. Rip it, pop that wheel, bike feels fist a dirty deal. Pedal strike, another fall, not pro riders, not at all. Skid, spins, chaos too, bike feels just bikes and poop.